Good Time Charlie's last year. It was like the first night, and I think one of the other judges went up to him and asked him like, "Oh, you ever judge the competitions?" Or, and he's so sweet. He's such a like nice guy, you know. And he's like, "Nah, I don't like to do that." And he's like, "Why not?" And he's like, "Every one of those tattoos is made with love, and when you critique it, you break their hearts." And I was like, "I'm terrible."
Yeah, I'm not gonna speak for JoJo, but I know it's like not his favorite thing to do. You know what I mean? Like, it's just such a bummer, you know, because they're all. If you're there, you're good. You're a good tattooer. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, exactly. And it's weird because we're nitpicking. We're having to like, there's like 10 good tattoos, and we have to pick one good, one of the best. You know.
Right.
And I've had it multiple times where people come up to me after and go, "Hey man, can I get a critique? Like, why didn't I win?" You know, and I'm just like, if you are in a tattoo convention, do not do that, because that's
Totally,
because like I get where they're coming from. They're thinking this is like, you know, like they're gonna get some master critique, and it's like, dude, your tattoo is phenomenal. It just like got beaten out by some other one. We had to like be nitpicky about it.
Right.
I'm also not in a position to, I think, critique your work super heavily, and
I did the same thing when I did my shin, and we went to a tattoo convention in Hollywood. And afterwards, when we were done, I kind of asked the guy kind of the same thing, and he goes, "Oh, you obviously got the tattoo super recently, and you have this stuff on there, so there was reflection, and there's a and kind of was like, he just this and this."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh shit, all right, cool. I'll never do it again. Go fuck yourself." So that's what we're thinking when you say that shit.
No, this was an artist though, you know. Like, why didn't my tattoo win?
Right.
You know, like,
Whoa.
and then I think one of them even hit me with like, "Well, I paid $10 to enter the competition, so like, I kind of am owed a critique." And I'm like, dude, I don't know what to tell you. I've been tattooing all day and then just sat on that stage for 3 hours. I've looked at 400 tattoos. I'm done, man.
Yeah.
Like, I want to get out of here now.
I
and go
bet.
And when you went to get a tattoo, it was kind of an event. It wasn't like, "Hey, I'm just going to go get tattooed because my mom gave me some money."
Right.
You know, it was like, I've saved up this money, and it was an ordeal. It's like, I'm going to go and we're going to, this is a thing. And it just seems a little bit more subdued than it was when we were younger.
It's definitely more subdued, unfortunately, in a couple of ways. I mean, just coming from punk rock and coming from, you know, being a person that grew up with, like, people going, "Hey, like, I hope my kid doesn't turn out like that." Or
right.
It has changed. I mean, but it created a lot of character for me. It gave me, like, thick skin, and it gave me an opportunity to I could deal with criticism and stuff, on that level. But a lot of people, they come in the shop, and nowadays it's more mainstream because the media has opened the floodgates, in a sense, where people that would never show up at a tattoo shop normally have one in their living room now on their TV set, and they feel like it's safer now.
Right.
And it's definitely more acceptable now.
Right. Yeah.
And more people who have art degrees are getting into tattooing rather than pursuing their art career that they went to school for.
Yeah.
Because there's more demand for it.
Right.
Yeah.
So we see it being more difficult with people to sell tattoos because people have a specific thing and a specific idea. A lot of times they're not a creative person, so they don't like to take creative advice. They're still very controlling. So we have to convince them, trust us, just let go a little bit, let go of the ropes. You're going to get the best possible product if you just let the person do what they're going to do.
Yeah. When you and I first talked a couple weeks ago, and I kind of told you what I wanted.
Yeah.
And I told you after that, like, "Hey, man, like, that's what I'd like to do." But like, you gave me like 2 or 3 ideas of stuff that I was like, well, shit, that sounds really cool as well. Like,
it's been a lot of, residency at Tarantula Hill. Shout out to Tarantula Hill and everybody there. I love that place. We just did Friday, Saturday for Halloween. Capacity.
Really?
Ridiculous. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then out in Malibu, Tracy Park Gallery.
Okay.
Once a month.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, you're out once a month? Because I think I had talked to you when you just kind of started getting that gig.
Yeah. April of 21.
Really?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That's how long I've been associated with Tracy Park. And
That's
It's
amazing.
Risk Rock, right?
Risk. Yeah. Shout out to Risk, the compound, everybody at the compound.
Right.
The first show I did was right when COVID, when everybody was starting to go out and, still masked, but people weren't 6 feet apart. You can kind of socialize as long as you weren't coughing on anybody.
Right.
So yeah, that first show I did was with Risk and Chloe Trujillo.
Oh,
And,
okay.
So ever since then, it's just been.
And
month.
that first one you did, didn't you have like you were in kind of a like your booth was
It
kind
was
of in a
weird.
box.
It
It
was a
was. I
weird
remember
layout.
seeing it.
They
Dude.
still were
Yeah.
holding
It was
on
like
to
kind of
COVID.
behind
Yeah. I follow DJs like he's one of the everything he does I follow, and I have
Right.
for fucking ever, man.
Yeah.
He's never gone anywhere I didn't show up to, man. He's always been there, you know.
Yeah.
It's so when he started doing the Risk Rock stuff, man, I was watching him and fucking
Yeah.
perving everything you were doing, you know.
Well, he just to be honest, he pervs everything I do.
That's
So it's
true.
not
Yeah, he
Yeah.
pervs. He's
I'm
just
into it.
perv.
I'm into
period.
it.
Perv J.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pervy J.
Fucking
Hey, something I
brutal.
want to get that I know that some of us know, but please explain that DJ isn't just DJ. It's not disc jockey.
Yeah.
It is not just that. DJ means what?
DJ is my name, and it is also what I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is so clever.
Yeah. And
When I first started, it was
hold
like
on,
a lot
hold
of.
on. Get to the name,
ahead.
dude. Get to the fucking name.
So yeah,
So basically, out of high school, you're like, I'm going to really succeed here. I'm going to go to art school or I'm going to become a death metal band.
Yeah.
Yeah. You knew that was, I'm going to be rich. I know this is happening. Yes.
Good life
Yes.
choices.
Yeah. Yes.
They always are, man.
I
You
can't wait to get a degree in art. You know, there's lots of work.
Yeah. You know what I want to do? Struggle forever. dude.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
fucking what I want to do. For real. I want to fucking just eat it every fucking day.
Yeah, I definitely got lucky, like
Yeah.
with where I landed, you know, because like, you know, if you were to go to like art school, it's like now what you have like this surmounting debt.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then like, you know, you're doing freelance work, trying to get gigs where people have their thumb on your back the whole project and stuff. You're like, and like with tattooing, you almost like kind of accumulate this crowd of people that are like, do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, which
and
is-
and if you get around good people, they all,
Yeah.
it's what I love is watching them, you know, inspire each other and watch somebody do something and like,
and-
man, I like the way that you're blending your colors. I'm going to try that, you know, and oh, well, that's really cool. That's how do you know, and it's always amazing to watch. So it's actually flowering and it can be pretty profitable if you
It's cool.
can rein in the artist part and get some of the business part.
A lot easier than juggling a band.
This is
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so before we get going,
Okay.
Oh, this
Let's hear it. Let's,
I came bearing gifts.
oh, shit.
Yeah, no, I saw this. Dude. I liked
what are we
you.
getting
I liked
into?
you before we started this shit.
Da-da-da,
Fuck.
Oh, you savage.
And
you
I saw one
son
of your
of a
highlights,
bitch.
Greg, where it said your kids are always still in their chargers.
Oh, you're
Yes.
a fucking... Look at this gentleman, dude.
And I didn't
Beautiful.
come with really shitty. Okay, so here's the thing. I saw your thing on that. I fucking hate black licorice too.
Oh,
okay?
God, dude.
So this is gonna be a struggle bus for all of us.
Oh no!
But I
What
did
you
bring
do?
Jack Daniel's chasers.
Okay.
In
Okay.
case we need to.
Jesus.
Oh shit!
We're going to be
And
fucking...
then
That's where he got all of his stuff from. The woo! That was a bluegrass riff right there.
Yeah, but black people invented rock and roll, dude. What do you mean, ugh?
Come on, you're with me on the conspiracy theories
Oh
over
my
here, bro.
God,
Come on, man.
No.
Yeah. It all stems from bluegrass that the Irish created.
Sure. Oh, okay. That's what it is. It's Irish bullshit. Irish, first of all, they don't play bluegrass. It's Irish folk music. Yeah. No, it's no. But Chuck Berry is the inventor of rock and roll. What do you mean? Ugh?
It was his. Never mind. Nothing.
dude, this
Wow,
is
I
dumb. This is
really.
dumb. You're just being a dickhead.
I was being a dickhead, and I almost went too far, bro. I really almost went too far.
Well, dude, when I saw you on the VR fucking boxing that giant black dude, I swear to God, you almost yelled the N-word, dude. And he knocked you out.
I didn't yell it, but it went through my head a bunch.
Yeah,
There was some serious trauma going on there.
Yeah, so we'll be posting this, but
Oh.
we got Jay on VR boxing today, and he's still winded. He threw out his shoulder.
Yeah, man.
He's fucked, dude. You know?
It's crazy. That stuff is crazy, man. You really feel like you're fighting.
You're in it, yeah.
It's not. Yeah. Yeah, I went back to high school and junior high, just fighting a giant black dude whipping my ass again.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
You fought like you were.
No.
Like
It really, really legitimately, like, you're like, whoa, wait a minute.
you were throwing so many punches, dude.
Dude, go to the head, go to the head, go to the body, go to the body, go to the body. I tried junk punching him, and it didn't work, man. I thought for sure that was going to take him out.
At one point, Jay tried to pull out a bat, dude.
Oh, dude, I thought, I was like, can I stab this fool? You know?
Where's the shank?
I tell you guys right now, if you haven't checked out VR technology and got in, oh, man, that was...
It was crazy.
It was pretty intense, man.
It really is, yeah.
Yeah.
You get in some of those games, dude, and you're like, you get lost. Like,
yeah,
it's hard to, like, I have some space games and shit, and you're like, so you look around, and you're like, what the fuck, man? And the technology's like not there yet either. You know what I mean? With the
Flint, Michigan.
Yeah.
Chicago, south side of Chicago, still a war zone. Worst education system as a first world country, the worst education system. Our infrastructure's fucked. Yeah. Everything's fucked. And he's over there sitting with this fucking Ukrainian dude that is crooked. Yeah. 100% crooked. Taking the money, having a good time with it, whatever they're fucking doing.
Right.
And these poor people in Palestine, right? Ohio?
Palestine. Yeah, Palestine, Ohio.
These poor people are losing their livestock. They're all dying. And the next 20 years, they're all going to have cancer and die.
Oh, yeah.
And nobody's going to fucking talk about it. And the government's going to do nothing about it. And keep fucking voting these fucking people in.
Well, the corporation, the corporation that runs the fucking train system did hand some of the people that live there $1,000 checks. So.
Oh, shit.
Not bad, you know?
So they could buy water for a couple of months.
Yeah. Or replace all the food that got fucking ruined when they cut the electricity off, or, you know, fucking now that they can't drink their own water or even shower in it. You know what I mean?
How much money did we just give Ukraine?
Oh, I don't know, 60
how
billion.
Much money
Another
are we
60 billion? Yeah.
Yeah, but we're not going to, nothing's going to fucking go to take care of these people in our country. You know, it's
not only that, not even mentioned on the news, dude. Not even mentioned on the news.
No.
It's like, no, you have to actively search for what's happening over there in Ohio, dude. It's insane. It's fucking insane, dude.
That's it's an abstract kind of thing. Right. Because, I mean, I started the band by myself, you know, like just with hopes and dreams of actually, you know, getting something together.
Right.
I had this concept probably
Pull
around
that
2015.
A smidge closer to you.
Oh, okay.
You can turn it towards you. There you go.
Yeah, so around like 2015, I was living in LA, and I was working for, I was an intern actually at Riding Easy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Shout out to Daniel.
Yeah. Which, if you don't know, awesome fucking label.
Oh, yeah, tons of great bands.
We're
actually playing with their newest signing March 11th in Palmdale.
Oh, really?
Transplants. Yeah.
Cool.
Early Moods. They're sick. But yeah, so I mean, I came up with like the concept like 2015, and it took a couple years to like kind of gather people.
Right.
I was convincing my brother for at least 2 years.
Right.
He's like, yeah, whatever. And we were in other bands at that time.
Yeah.
But basically 2017 is like what I consider
when it started.
Yeah, the actual start of it.
Yeah.
That's when we really started like putting things together. We had, you know, we found a drummer, found another guitar player, and started doing it. So
yeah. And it's been running, dude.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, we're constantly trying to grow and find new ways of growing what we do, you know.
Right.
So.
And you guys have a pretty set lineup at this point.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's good. This is, I know there's some few changeovers.
Absolutely.
Had some like fucking Spinal Tap drummer situations, I think, for a while, right?
Yeah.
It happens, you know.
Yeah.
You know,
we had good friends that filled in for a while, and that was great. You know, they were there for us to help us keep going. So.
Yeah.
But I think now we've solid.
Yeah,
it feels very
this is
solid.
it. Absolutely.
So is this new stuff? So you guys have a brand new single out, right?
Yes.
Titled
Gunstone.
Yeah. New video dropped the other day. You can watch it on YouTube. It's awesome.
It is
you were telling me that your wife painstakingly edited it until she had an eye twitch.
Susie. Another shout out, Susie, man.
Do little tours or anything?
We did one tour. We played a lot in downtown Huntington Beach at the bars. That was kind of our thing. There wasn't a lot of country music down there.
Sure.
But we did one tour where we went up to San Francisco, and then we went all the way up to Oregon.
Oh, yeah.
And back, and we played like Sacramento, few places along the way. So much fun though, man. Just the your best friends in a car with a trailer driving and partying and playing music. Like,
it's fucking it's so much fun. I think it's like one of those things that I wish everyone could experience.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And I'm glad they don't. But you know, it's like because there's no places to play. You know what I mean? If everyone's doing it. But, I loved playing music. You know what I mean? That was one of my first fucking true loves. You know what I mean?
There's nothing that sounds fun about it to me.
I know.
Oh, really?
Oh my god, dude! It would just be
stuck in a van with a bunch of smelly motherfuckers, dude.
And then
right? It's a certain type of person, dude. That's all it is, you know.
Going into a bunch of fucking cities I don't know and not know what's going on and that's some serious.
Playing to weird crowds, playing to small crowds, spending the night in a bar where the guy makes homemade mead.
Right.
Yeah.
And
that must have been
he's
Oregon.
Like a pagan.
That was Bend, Oregon. It was the
that's
horned
the most
hand.
Bend, Oregon shit. We've been there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I don't think it's there anymore.
Yeah.
But the guy was like, "Hey, it's snowing outside. You don't have to sleep in that little trailer. Stay in the bar. Here's as much PBR as you want, and
I'm
here's
thinking
mead."
of Eugene. Sorry, that's
No,
where
it
we
was
were in Eugene.
Was
there
it
was a bar
Eugene?
that sold only mead. It was like a Viking bar, dude. It was
That
awesome.
had to be
Must have been
similar.
the same place. Yeah.
Well,
it was wild, dude.
might have been
everyone
Bend.
was on heroin. they were all wearing like you know fucking Thor's hammers and shit, and they're all like, and then they're like, like everyone in that town is on heroin, dude. It was
I think
insane.
this might have been a different town. Then.
Yeah, I don't know. No, not anymore, right?
Not at this shop.
But you got some newer guys.
We have some
right?
newer people. But when I say newer now, I think the newest person there's been with us well over a year now.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Oh wow.
But we've had Karen's been with me for 15 years,
Right.
or more, maybe
Yeah.
16 now.
Right.
And Manny's been with us since we opened the shop. He was working a couple days a week with us when we first opened.
Yeah.
And Natalia's been with us 5 or 6 years now.
Yeah, she's incredible.
Yeah, and Shadon's been with us a little over a year, like a year and a half almost.
Yeah.
And at the shop we have another guy named Mike who's also really good, and Mike's been with us for probably 5 or 6 years.
Okay. Yeah.
And we got a guy named Ross who works with us. Who's
Damn, I didn't realize that many people.
And Ross has been guesting with us as like he was like a resident guest artist for a while. He would work
Right.
a day or two a week, and now he's there about 4 days a week, and
Okay.
he only does Japanese bodysuits.
Oh, really?
Oh,
wow.
Full
So
suit.
all you're gonna see from this guy is just big Japanese bodysuits. If it's not that, he doesn't do it,
Really?
and he's busy.
Yeah, I bet.
But it was consistency. I watched him for a few years, like really struggle to get that going.
Yeah, I
But
bet.
now that snowball's rolling, and he's doing great.
Yeah,
So,
that's awesome, man. But I love like because you went through the old school true apprenticeship fucking learning from the ground up, right? I mean, you and like back in the day when you got started, you know what I mean? It's
Like making needles and putting stuff together.
oh
and
yeah.
is that stuff still happening, or does everyone think there's a fast track in now?
There's a novelty to that now.
Is there?
I mean, the fact that we know how to do it
Yeah,
is a great thing. I think learning it's important.
right,
I think if you don't learn your equipment or you don't understand it,
right.
but it's kind of a thing of the past. There's
Is
people
it?
that are still passionate about it that will keep that going.
Yeah,
But with the younger generations, it's very plug and play now.
that's what it seems like.
You can
yeah.
buy these like little wireless tattoo machines and disposable equipment or whatever, and it turns into pretty much a I don't know. It's effortless.
Yeah.
But please explain that DJ isn't just DJ. It's not disc jockey.
Yeah.
It is not just that. DJ also means what?
DJ is my name, and it is also what I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is so clever.
Yeah.
When I first started, it was
hold
like
on,
a lot
hold
of.
on. Get to the name,
ahead.
dude. Get to the fucking name.
So yeah, everybody asks, that's not your real name. No one names their kid DJ. And I'm like, well, okay. So they keep asking, "Now, come on, tell me your real name. So I said, well, my real name is Dick James if you keep asking.
Yeah.
My response is Dick James. bitch.
Dude, honestly,
Yeah, dude,
you
that's
could probably
my
switch it
fucking
up
favorite
and
thing.
go by Dick James and
Yeah.
be fucking still
Yeah.
a successful DJ. Dude.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Just get cold-blooded tattooed on your forehead, dude.
yeah on my arms.
Yeah,
Cold-blooded.
yeah.
It's just a constant thing that I get, and no one ever believes me. But that's okay.
Yeah, it's
You know,
wild, man.
And it took a while to actually get to having that name because I was just gonna go by DJ.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like nobody's gonna get it on a flyer. I was like, well, sure they will.
Yeah.
I'm DJ. Like, no, but nobody's gonna get it. So it took a while to get there, but
Yeah.
No, you're there, dude. I mean, it's you say as soon as you say DJ, we know who we're talking. You know what I mean?
No, but yeah, I
But
don't.
DJ also is very clever if you know
Yeah.
that your name's actually DJ.
if you know, you know.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, you've been coming to shows, and you're such as a DJ.
Yes.
You are a music fanatic, dude.
Yes.
You're one of the people that really you meet people that think they say they love music, right? And then you start talking to them, and you realize they know a surface level about
Yes.
a few things, right?
Well, yeah.
But you have always come to my shows, metal shows, punk shows, fucking rock shows, soul. You go to all fucking every type of music, and you really are a one of the true music fanatics that I know. You know what I mean? So how is it that you got into DJing? Like,
In that like time where it was like me and Nick and Evan and all those guys and Ash and John were in that band, like we were doing a little bit different stuff than what was kind of cool.
right.
You know, it's very much like, you know, the breakdown tough guy and we were trying to do like weird time signatures and a little more grind and like some thrash, and so it was cool because like you were always kind of into the more thrashy,
Yeah.
heavier stuff too.
100%.
And you were always super cool to us. I
Yeah.
remember like when Ash introduced us to you were just the one guy who was not like, it didn't seem clicky.
No,
You didn't give a shit.
no.
You know, it was cool.
No, man, it was such a weird thing, and I don't want to lump you into this because I know you're from Colorado, but when I met those kids, I was like, there's this group of like weirdo rich kids, you know, and I'm saying rich because they had like actual houses, like, you know, we would go to fucking mansions over there, like BMS, like John's house, like
Curl up and die
yeah,
at his
you know what I
house.
mean? It was
Yeah.
like it was. You would go out there and you would, you know, I had a weird hang up on rich kids. Period. Like
Still
start,
do.
stop. You know what I
I
mean?
still do.
And I remember when I met Justin, I met John, John was the first one I met when he was BMS,
John,
and he
yeah.
drove that gold Mustang.
Yeah.
What
And
is
he'd wear the
BMS?
fucking. Did you ever meet? You know,
Yeah,
John, right?
Bally.
Yeah, Bally.
Yeah.
So, and
Yeah.
I love him to death. We
What's
still talk
BMS?
all the time. He was called BMS because everyone called him Black Metal Soccer. Because he always wore like heavy metal shin guards, like essentially. We were just fucking weird kids. He'd wear like cargo pants.
I love
you know?
Bally. He's-
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then he'd have like literal black metal like leg
Okay,
things
yeah,
on.
yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
He was in the band that was with our old singer Ash, like him and was it Mikey and Jeff
Yeah,
and John.
There's a bunch
and
of
Ken.
fucking
And
of old dudes over there.
The shit they were doing was awesome. They actually would have kids that would go to those shows
Right.
that were like their karate team, bro.
Right, yeah.
And they would sit there and like break dance, fight each other, and shit.
Yeah.
It was insane.
Yeah, the Kung Fu Corner.
Dude, I
Remember
wanted to
the
talk
show?
about that too.
Yeah,
that was the
absolutely, yeah.
best. We played there like with so many rad bands.
It was amazing. Yeah.
And you're like, dude, we're just at Ichikawa's dojo,
Mm-hmm.
his family dojo, and you're watching like a Life Once Lost and
Mm-hmm.
just shred it.
On the ground, and I looked at him. I'm like, "You good?" And he's all, "Yeah." He got up, you know. But whereas I know my wife would have been like, "Ah," you know, like dive bomb in.
Oh.
And now here comes the fucking waterworks. You know what
I was dating a lady, and she had two kids, Anthony and Olivia and Courtney, and Courtney was mine, and Anthony, Olivia, and I were all close. And when I first got to them, they would be little babies about things. They'd
Yeah.
like immediately, as soon as something happened, they'd start crying. And Anthony, whom I see all the time now, and I'm so grateful, he's turned into just such a good person, man.
Yeah.
Anyways, I would start rewarding them for not crying.
Right.
So if something happened and they scuffed their elbow up, they would come into the house and find me and go, look at this, look at this.
yeah.
And they'd be bleeding down their elbow, and they wouldn't be crying, and they would be smiling because
Right.
I'd be like, oh, right
yeah,
on.
bro.
Good job, buddy. Here's a buck.
Yeah, totally.
You know, let's go get you something, you know, good job, buddy.
yeah,
You know,
made it through it.
Yeah.
Not the worst fucking thing.
Yeah.
ever.
And all of them.
Yeah.
Courtney, Olivia, Anthony, whichever one showed up, they would just be like, look, I scuffed my
at my
knuckles
wounds,
up.
dude.
And I'd be like, all right, cool, man. What do you want? You know,
Yeah.
just awesome, man.
Yeah,
I
it's like
love
my
it.
grandpa.
I miss it.
He trained us that every time he farted, the first person that claimed it, he'd give you a candy bar. So
Dude.
he'd be walking through the house and he'd fucking rip it, and he's like, "Who did that?" And was like, "I fucking did it." He'd be out here claiming farts all day long.
Yeah.
Dude. the Epstein's Black Book, which contained phone numbers of more than 1,000 celebrities, politicians, and titans of business. You know what I mean? So I think that like is a big distraction. You know what I mean? Like they want to fucking bury that shit, dude.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't. I have such a hard time trusting any of that whole Epstein shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like all of the people that went out there, all of the stuff that was going on. How many people just went out there thinking, "Oh, okay, let's just, we're going to go out to this island and have a good time and party with all these rich people."
Right. No, there's probably a lot of that. I'm not saying every one of them did shady shit, but there's a lot that did some shady fucking shit, dude. You know what I mean? And a lot of those names are going to get dropped. But even like the biggest thing that came out just in the past couple days was the fact that JP Morgan, the bank, was fucking basically outed for allowing Epstein to shuffle funds through their bank accounts, knowing that it was illegal as fuck what they were doing. So JP Morgan, like bank, is supposedly in hot water. It's not going to make a fucking difference. But yeah, they just found some executives at JP Morgan knew exactly what was going on and allowed them to shuffle money around, offshore accounts, this and that, all over the fucking place, dude. And they knew it was happening. And there's an email that got released basically from Epstein to one of the fucking big CEOs saying, "Hey, let me know what you want." You know what I mean? Like, as far as like chicks, I know you're coming. Let me know what you're fucking into. You know what I mean? And that's like where they email it. You're like, oh my God, dude.
Yeah, I don't typically have a mic in front of me. So,
when Jay gets a mic, it's usually dangerous.
Really? Can you not yell or
Oh, I can, you know what I mean? But I get silly, I suppose, because it just becomes like a fun thing. You're like, oh, this isn't something that I'm, used to, so let me fuck around with it a little bit.
Yeah, I get you.
I totally understand that.
Yeah.
You put a mic in front of my face, I'm just getting stupid.
It's a Jay thing, apparently, huh?
Yeah.
Jays are not to be trusted.
It might be a Jay. It is a Jay thing.
Yeah, I love having a mic in front of my face. And as soon as it happens, though, I just immediately just start wanting to talking shit and have fun and like make shit fun. Right.
An old band I was in, we were on tour and we were playing, I think, in like Olympia, Washington, and the sound guys put a mic in front of my face. I'm like, all right, well, this doesn't belong here, but all right. So I set it up like really tall, like Lemmy style, and I was just all doing my best Lemmy impressions and in between songs, in between songs, and finally our singer just was like, all right, dude, like, you're done, He took it away. So that was the last time. Yeah.
You got vetoed, dude.
Yeah, absolutely.
It happens, dude. There's everyone has their strengths, right?
Right.
You just can't, you just fucking.
Every now and then, our Sean, our bassist.
Well, Sean does an incredible Lemmy.
Oh yeah,
he was Lemmy, dude.
Yeah,
you guys, you were in that too, right?
Yeah.
You guys fucking killed the.
I was in the early version of that. Yeah.
They did a Motorhead cover band and fuck.
Yeah, I actually
it was so close.
I had a broken hand while I was playing in that band. Yeah, and that was the first band I ever played guitar in too.
Oh really?
So, yeah.
Were you not? Did you play something else, or you just?
I started playing drums when I was 7.
Oh really?
So I'm like, I still consider myself a drummer.
Really?
Like, yeah.
You're one of those, huh?
Yeah, and then
plays drums, rips a guitar too.
Yeah.
Also can sing and write songs.
Yeah.
Well, that was the
clarinet.
Clarinet.
I am drawing your thing the night before.
Right.
I've always done it. It's
right.
fresh in my head. It just works for me. It's my process. But yeah, so when you show up, I'll have it ready for you.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So then I don't feel bad about it. And I think the reason is I like to make choices when I'm in the moment while I'm tattooing,
whatever serves the piece better.
And it's, I don't know how to explain it, but
yeah.
When you're blending colors and working with a palette, you have to be able to be more adverse in your thoughts and not just stuck to.
I'm using 4 colors today.
Yeah.
Well, I prefer black and gray.
Of course,
so, But I'll do color when you ask.
Of course, yeah. But your work speaks for
your
itself.
money.
Dude, yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
But when you see your work online and shit, you're like fucking. You're obviously a fucking talented artist.
Yeah.
So you've always been an artist as a kid, always drawn all that shit. I heard you mention that you play music.
Yeah.
What was that fucking path like? What were you doing?
I started
Punk
playing
rock, metal,
yes,
indie rock.
Yep,
all of it.
The last band I was in was like a bluegrass, the country bluegrass. What's the word I'm looking for?
Americana.
Yeah, it'll come to me.
Like dark country kind of shit.
Yeah, like outlaw country.
Outlaw country.
Yeah. So outlaw country meets bluegrass.
Okay.
And
what do you play?
I play guitar.
Okay.
And tried to sing.
Yeah. That's welcome to my whole fucking career, dude. Music. Yeah. I play guitar and I yell. That's what I can't even call it singing, dude.
Yeah. The music's always just been a fun thing. I took guitar lessons really early on, and always just loved music, and so. But that's a hard path.
It certainly is, dude.
It's all a hard
It's
path.
a fun path, though.
It is, yeah.
I had so much fun when we were playing in bands. It's like you look back at those times, like we were young, no one had kids yet. We're like drinking and playing bars.
Yeah.
Like, man, you look back, you're like, oh, God.
When we first saw Philip's work, you know, it was little bits and pieces of it here and there. And then Outlaw Biker Tattoo Review did a story on him. And it was like 5 or 6 pages of tattoos. And we were like, you know, Robert and I both described having the same spark.
Right.
Like, oh my God, that's what we want to do.
Right.
So we started pursuing larger, bigger pieces. And then I met Mick from Zurich, and I met Ivan, who worked with Mick, and now he's in Brazil. And I've met, you know, and then I met, you know, I came across Bill Salmon, and I went to San Francisco and got to work at the Diamond Club. I met Ed Hardy through that, you know, and the chain of events that just kind of carried me through all that. Meeting these people that I've only read about in magazines, getting to know them personally, and then getting to see the work in person, and then traveling around, and you know, it's very it was kind of like my own little pilgrimage of, like, you know, traveling here, traveling there, working here, working there, and picking up things along the way that have made it, I don't know, kind of help make us make the shop what it is, because we're both operating on that level, and we're trying to bring in people that have similar vision with their style of art, what they want to accomplish. And so we've purposely created the shop and have people there kind of on purpose. Like we vet people out. Like we're like, you really can't work here if we don't know you. You only work here if we know you, or if you know somebody really well who works here. You know, it's like, and the guest artist thing is the same thing. We only have people working with us that we know.
Yeah, can't have negativity. It's got to be, everybody's got to kind of be on the same level. We want everyone to be able to, like, you know, eat lunch, talk shit. Yeah, right. Verbally abuse each other and still laugh about it. And have a great day. Yeah, and then clock out. Right. Give each other a hug and go home. You know. Yeah, 100%. As it should be. Yeah, exactly.
The guy that smacked his head and all of a sudden was gay. You know, or started spending crazy amounts of money playing poker and stuff that never, like, had even been a part of their life to begin with. All of a sudden, you know what I mean?
Yeah, dude, can you imagine that? What the fuck?
Oh, I've thought about it a lot.
Yeah, I mean, being gay, I got it.
Well, no,
but like,
just
like, you fucking hit your head, you wake up, you're all, I'm a different human.
Yeah,
man. Fuck this.
I like cock. Yeah.
It's
Dude.
like, was it in there?
Yeah.
And it just, like, it smacked it out of you? Or,
you know.
Like, is it, that's a weird one. Is gay happen in the brain, or does it happen in the fucking genes? I don't know, you know?
I have no idea. I know that it's not part of my genetics, and anybody that has that genetic and that's their thing, good for them.
Yeah. Good for them.
Yeah.
I actually was talking to Scott today, because me and Scott were in some ridiculous argument. She started talking about some oil thing that she was up in arms about, and I'm like, look, dude, it doesn't matter. Like, well, yeah, I get it. Drilling for oil is terrible, whatever. She's all up in arms. But then we got into the gender conversation again, right? And I was like, let me ask you a question here. How would you feel if, like, tomorrow I was like, you know what? I'm gay. I'm gay now. I'm leaving your mom. I'm gay. Fucking blah, blah, blah. She's like, well, I mean, I would be, like, sad, you know, or whatever. But then also, like, I want you to do what you want. I'm like, cool story. All right, next question. How would you feel if I came out as gay and I left your mom and then abandoned you guys? And she's like, well, I'd be upset. And I'm like, so you hate gays? And she's like, no. I just, like, got her to do a whole fucking You know what I mean? I'm every fucking kid in that movie, dude.
Oh, you mean you're the singer of RKL?
Oh, is that him?
Yeah. That's
What?
Josh
Brolin.
Josh Brolin. Well, okay,
Oh, he's
so
a drummer though.
whatever it was,
a
he
drummer,
said
yeah.
no, but like I don't even know if it's real.
It is real.
It is real.
I've heard him talk about it.
I know I've heard him talk about it, but I've talked to the guys in RKL,
Right.
And I don't know if it's real.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
See, because what he told me, Josh, or not me, duh. I'm watching a fucking thing.
Hey,
I was talking to him,
okay, now we know how
when I
Craig
was on the
watches.
set of
now we know how
Avengers.
Craig watches TV.
'Cause I'm there.
He's like, yo, so I was just hanging out with, my buddy Chris. It's like you were watching Thor.
Yeah,
It's like,
I am there.
I
I was on the set of Avengers, dude, and me and Brolin were talking. No, I watched him. It might have been on Hot Ones that he talks about. You've seen that show, Hot Ones, where they eat the hot chicken wings?
No,
It's
no,
great.
no, no.
Anyway.
No, I know about it.
He basically said that he was in RKL in the very, very early days, like way before they did anything.
Right.
Is essentially what it was. Right. You know what I mean? And that he was like, yeah, I was in it for a minute. Like, you know what I mean? And that was about it, you know. But I grew up there and I love those guys, you know what I mean? He's all, but everyone was a fucking heroin addict and we were all fucked up.
Right.
You know what I mean? So he did talk about it. But
Chris, their guitar player, lives in Ventura.
yeah.
We should
should hit him up.
We should video call him sometime. That'd be fun. That'd be a fun little thing.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Hey, how's it going? Welcome in. All right, we got one question for you.
Totally, dude.
All right, later.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah. The hurricane was good.
The hurricane was good. Again, the hurricane in Ventura, it wasn't that bad, but like the path was kind of more like LA and all.
Yeah,
that
LA
shit.
got hit hard, dude.
Yeah, like
LA got hit
my
pretty
parents up in Lancaster and stuff, they got hit. I think they got 4 inches. I was
Wow.
saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4 inches of rain in the desert. Like that place is probably flooded to shit.
Right.
And that water will stay there for 3 months.
Oh yeah, I think I had a unique situation the other day. We were right here at the light. I'm a car behind the, I'm one car behind the light, behind the first car. There's a guy next to me. There's 2 lanes, 4 cars here. Light turns green. Neither of them move. Neither of the 2 people in the first lane are fucking moving, and it's a solid 10 seconds. You know what I mean? I'm like, and I look at the guy and the guy next to me, and he looks at me, and we both just went, bam, and we fucking hit the horn at the same time. And then they both took off.
Yeah.
And then we started laughing really hard, and we just had this unique bond of like impatient dickheads.
Yeah.
That immediately were just like, "Bah, got you, bitch."
That's the best,
Oh,
man.
it was the best. It was awesome.
That spontaneous bonding with somebody over doing something to fuck with somebody else is so
It's a
fun.
beautiful way to do it.
Yeah, it really is.
Anyway, dude, why does your shit sound weird? Does it sound echoey at all in your head? It doesn't. God, something's fucking going on, dude. I think it's Russia. Russia's finally getting to us, dude. This is what happens. So what happens when we let Putin run too far, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's mind blowing that people just don't understand. Like, we need to stop this bully from doing this to Ukraine. We need to stop this bully from doing this to Ukraine. But what about all the bullying that we're doing everywhere?
Yeah.
Nobody's like, hey, we're what we're doing to contribute to all the other crap going on around the world.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay, but Putin has to stop what he's doing. It's absolutely just mind blowing.
Yeah, it's terrible, dude. I mean, and also, he just shot down his. He Epstein that guy, dude, for 100%. Sure. Prigozhin is fucking down,
Nobody.
I love that people.
Yeah, I've never been to a show here. I've never done really anything. I've only been to Main Street like a handful of times. Like,
yeah,
I saw my buddy's band Failure play at the theater, that Majestic Theater.
Uh-huh.
And then I saw another buddy, this band Mal, play at the Six. Those are the only 2 shows I've ever been to here.
Damn, that's crazy.
I don't leave this, like, I basically, so I have a studio similar to yours in my garage. Mm-hmm. So I go out there, work on music. I do oil painting, so I paint for a while.
Okay.
And then I walk to the sushi place in the corner where the kids go to school and then go to jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
And just kind of go in that little circle.
Right.
Sometimes I'll go swim or paddleboard or something, but it's rare.
Really?
Yeah, I don't do anything.
That's wild, dude.
Fucking hermit.
Yeah. So we were talking earlier. You were in a band for a long time. I'm gonna fuck this up.
With our arms to the sun.
There you go. With our arms to the sun. Mm-hmm. Which when you said it, I was like, "Fuck, man! I fucking remember that name." I had to go back and listen. It's definitely that post metal ISIS kind of shit, And you did a lot of touring back in the day, right?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Which and you said it kind of spawned because you were doing a podcast and you guys started bullshitting.
It's exactly
about it, right?
how it spawned. Like you guys' band is right around the corner.
Yeah.
No, I was
my 30s before I sat down at a table with a family and ate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Never
Like as
and,
a table. Yeah.
didn't know how to act. Felt so uncomfortable and awkward.
Yeah.
Sitting there trying to like, oh, can you pass me the
not happening,
you know?
dude. Not
yeah.
happening. Yeah.
And that little this ladle
Oh,
is all you have of the gravy? What is
if it's
I
not a
could
5-gallon
drink this.
bucket, dude?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out
Man,
of here.
and that's at the end of the line, and I'm pouring it on everything.
Yeah, dude.
And then hot sauce.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that whole and then they'll eat. Everybody shows up, and then they go, okay, dinner's served, and then everybody goes and sits down, and then they're there for about a half hour, 45 minutes, whatever it is. They say grace. That's a weird one to me too.
Yeah.
And then they get up and they clean
everything,
and then everybody goes and sits down and watches TV for a minute.
Yeah.
Or goes for a walk.
No way.
What is that?
It's insane.
Where's the shots?
Dude, so my house, and this has been a tradition for years. I don't know. You never saw the movie Hook, did you?
The Peter Pan movie?
Yeah, the Peter Pan. Okay, so when they sit down for their massive feast, right?
Yeah.
They all these kids are sitting around. My mom started this like years ago, and my mom will get everyone together, everyone, so a fucking 16 tables of people, and she goes, "Everyone, we're gonna say grace." And everyone goes, "Grace," and then they just start eating, dude.
That is awesome. Anybody even kind of looks like they're doing.
God.
I wanted to hit Honey. And she
was
wasn't
with you.
And I even told her, I said, hey, I just so you understand, like I'm not gonna, but I really want to just punch you in the side of the head. As soon as we get close to the edge and you come anywhere near me, I want to just knock you out. Like, and then I know you can't do anything. You know?
What? So, like, how much money would we have to pay to get on that sky bridge, the clear one?
No
that goes out
way,
onto
dude.
The platform.
No.
Kenny?
No.
Mark that one down.
Hey.
That's another one.
So that thing that I was talking about, getting caught up in the ghetto, and if something happens, you just turn into a chef. Right. Get me near that bridge and try getting anywhere near me, Craig. Try getting anywhere near me. I would feel so bad for the kids because that's how bad the fear. I
really
would.
So bad.
Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it would look like one of those videos you catch where the guy just starts knocking out everybody around him. Just start trying to break jaws, man.
Oh my God, that shit tickles me so much, man.
Oh.
And like I said, I don't have a lot of those, man. Heights are. I mean, I get it. Doesn't fuck me up that much, you know what I mean? But I don't have many of those things.
Yeah, I'm just not a fan.
Yeah, the heights thing.
I have
no cliff jumping for you, like.
No, dude, that ain't never made sense to me.
No,
ever.
never?
No, dude.
Oh,
no,
man.
for what?
For
Why?
the fun of jumping off some shit.
There's nothing fun about jumping off a perfectly good rock. You're on that rock
into the
and
water.
No. Well, maybe. No, but if it's the big, real cliff jump?
No, I'm talking the 20 feet, 15, 20 feet. You know
maybe.
what I mean?
It depends.
That's, the height of my house.
As I'm older,
well,
no.
Now, no
yeah,
way.
no way.
You threw
But
your shoulder out
when I was
fucking
younger,
reaching
dude,
for my kid today, dude.
That's because I didn't warm up.
So,
I got to warm up when I get around kids.
Yeah,
man.
totally, man.
Craig added to the conversation by pocket dialing the whole
the whole chat.
Like the one day, yeah, he talks about being annoyed, and then he fucking pocket dials us.
And then I realized there's 15 people on the call.
I think I was sitting. Was I sitting next to you? I was sitting next to him. Yeah,
I don't know. I think I checked the message and then just threw it in my pocket, and it my phone's like, let's fucking have a conversation. And it called everyone on Facebook. I hate that feature.
Yeah,
I hate it.
Yeah,
dude.
that you can. Yeah.
That's the word. If you could get rid of any feature on fucking social media, it's that fucking video dial, dude. I hate that thing.
There's quite a long list of things we could get rid of.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah.
It fucking drives me nuts. But then, of course, everyone's boomer fucking calling me all sorts of names.
It's so.
I just wrote, "Hey guys, that was my dick, letting you know about the pounding you're going to be taking this season." All right.
Here it comes.
Here it comes, dude.
Here it comes.
Because I can do one thing really well, and it's talk shit.
Talk shit.
You know,
and draft players on fantasy football.
That's going to be my next thing. I'm really good at.
Yeah.
So, what do you? I wanted to ask you about. You ready for Trump 2024?
I
How are you good? You ready?
I
You
mean,
think he's gonna make it to the fucking lineup?
I mean, it's so fucking stupid.
It's amazing, dude.
It's just, I don't even know anymore. You know,
I know. That's I literally
just
I
don't
don't even
even
know
know.
anymore. Should be the slogan for the 2024 election.
Yeah.
Just
I
2024.
don't even know anymore.
We don't even know anymore, dude. We got a guy that is half dead,
yeah,
fucking running the country, and then we got a guy that is gonna go to jail for 100 million things. You know what I mean?
Insane. It's completely insane.
It's insane, dude.
It's just insane that this is just where. I mean, I don't know. It's just where we are.
If you decide that you want to shut your store down or you want whatever
Sure.
you want, then that's fine.
Go ahead.
But as far as like, I'm not shutting the doors to the garage.
Right.
That's never going to happen. And if you don't want to wear a mask, you don't wear a mask. If you want to wear one, wear one.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not going to tell somebody you have to do anything in my establishment anymore.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, if that's going to be the case and you guys want to do that, take some of this tax money that you're sending to Ukraine and give back to Hawaii or give back to some of
Right.
these other places. Giving those dudes in Hawaii $700.
Yeah.
What is that going to do for them?
I don't know, man.
That money's going to be gone in 3 or 4 days.
I don't
And in
know.
the meantime,
I don't even
he's
know how
sending
that
out
really
trillions,
breaks down.
billions of dollars to Ukraine.
Yeah, of course.
And he sends $700 to people in our. And then another thing that's been driving me nuts is everybody's talking about Biden and his stuff and what he's done as far as what he hasn't done in Hawaii. Mm-hmm. But let's not forget that Trump went to Puerto Rico and said, "Hey, let me help you," and threw him fucking paper
Yeah,
towels.
was bouncing paper towels off
hey,
their heads.
here's
Yeah,
something to help
it's
you
true.
soak up the water.
Yeah.
You know, come on,
Yeah.
man. It's not. They're all crooks, man.
It's fucking
you know?
horrendous, dude. I mean, it goes to show. It just goes to show you. I think it would be shocking for me to see them try it again. You know what I mean? Like do the lockdown thing again.
Yeah,
I would actually be surprised. I think. You know what I mean?
wouldn't.
Like for
I
the
wouldn't.
first time ever. I think.
There's no way I'd be surprised if Newsom said some stupid shit.
Really?
Oh, look, man. If Newsom thinks that this is going to get him into the White House in any way, shape, or form, he's going to say and do whatever it is for him to take that next level to be president. Mm-hmm. And I really hope that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
You know, I've always been a Democrat. I'm into it. But what Newsom has done and what he's shown as far as his true colors goes is absolutely astounding. Mm. You know what I mean? Just completely shut this state down to where people just can't even have a business here anymore. And then they want to mandate it that you can't open your business. How many people have gone out of business that's
continued to train jiu-jitsu privately under people when I was healthy. Mm-hmm. And then about a year and a half ago, found another place that had opened near my house locally. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And kind of got to know the owner and was like, this place seems pretty cool, you know, and it's next door.
Right.
And again, I don't leave that block radius.
Right, yeah.
So I went in there and I started training and started coaching there. Mm-hmm. And immediately got my blue belt because I was right at that point anyway, before I'd cut off and had been training privately. I was probably at a blue belt level for a while.
Sure.
Probably closer to the next one, you know. But so, got belted and was coaching, and then just all these weird things came together probably like 6 months ago where I got lucky. And sometimes in life there's synchronicities that point to where you're meant to be.
Right.
All these things just kept pointing towards, I told my wife, I said, I don't know why, but I feel like I need to open up my own jiu-jitsu place.
Sure.
And it's like, you don't usually do that unless you're a black belt or an accomplished MMA guy.
Right.
I said, I know I'm going to take some heat for it.
Sure.
But I have this concept. I'm like, it's not going to be your traditional academy where you bow in and you have to wear a gi that everybody else wears.
Right.
And no shade to that either, to
Not
the
at all.
jiu-jitsu
Yeah.
community. To each their own. I love everybody. But my thing was, let's do something a little bit more non-conventional and let's make it a grappling club.
Right.
Statistically, a lot of the people right now that are winning world titles, they're not just jiu-jitsu guys. They're wrestlers.
Right.
They're sambo guys. They're judo guys. I was like, let's do a club where we do a little bit of all of it.
Right.
Let's bring in the best people that I know, because I have a community of people I know that are, black belt level judo or high level sambo or a college wrestler. Let's get them all in there to teach clinics, and I can handle teaching the fundamentals and the semi-advanced stuff to the guys that are in their first 3 or 4 years of grappling.
Right.
I'll bring those guys up, and I'll continue to work towards my black belt.
One of the more fascinating things was you're talking about, the 1800s, shit like that. They start finding out that there's gold in the West in San Francisco, right? And then all of a sudden the government announces there's shitloads of gold. And the amount of gold that was mined in like 3 years was more than all of the gold that was mined all over the world in its entirety. Right?
Jesus.
Out of that area. And the crazy part was that he talked about was the the massacre of the Chilean people. Because there was when they got to California, there was already people that had been there mining, doing their thing. You had Chinese, you had Chileans, you had, Spanish, you had fucking everyone, right? And so when we got there, basically the state said, well, this is our state now, and we're fucking taking all this shit. And I guess he calls it not one of the greatest, but the second, the third undocumented war in America was the massacre of the Chileans. They said there was 80,000, 80,000 people in California when Americans started showing up, and the government gave them a green fucking light to kill everyone. That's our fucking gold. And it went from 80,000 people in California, San Francisco, within a couple years was down to 16,000. Just fucking massacring. It was blood everywhere. It was like the most fascinating shit, dude. And you're just like, God damn, dude.
See, and now
conquest,
and that karma is why San Francisco is what it is today.
Dude. Oh, did you see today that Gavin Newsom cleaned up fucking San Francisco?
No, I did not.
You didn't?
No.
Oh, God damn it! I wish we could pull shit up now. But yeah, Newsom today. There's all these like fucking videos that are coming out. Everywhere homeless people were in San Francisco is gone. They fucking clean sweeped everything in San Francisco because they're hosting this massive fucking almost like a Bilderbergs type of meeting.
Yep.
But Xi Jinping or the Chinese fucking dude is coming over. There's a bunch of world leaders and shit. And Newsom's on the news today, and they ask him, they're like, so. We've been dealing with this homeless problem for years, and now you just over fucking night like sweep everyone out. He's all, yeah, well, I'm not going to say that it's not true that we did it, but it's also true that we did it.